Thank you very much for this beautiful introduction. First of all, I'm pretty stressed out, so I'll be fine, hopefully. How to use it? Just to switch arrows, okay. Well, first of all, I would like to thank the organizers, Mina and everyone else who was engaged in such a fantastic event, which is very important. I find really events like that as crucial to our network and the process of networking, I must say. So I really feel privileged, and this is a huge honor to me. To be here and to be able to present you, hopefully briefly, the idea and the concept and the experiences of first three editions of initiative which is called Archi, Kultura, Architectural Educator. If we would translate it into English. So thank you very much for having me here, and I'm trying to start. About the initiative. This is actually a photo. By the way, you can see here our flag with the name of our studies. Behind the flag, there is a group of students, and Kasia Domagalska, who is also with us. And I must say that I'm not the only person, of course, involved in this initiative. This initiative has other mothers and fathers. One father and three mothers, by the way. So Kasia is one of the three mothers, representing National Institute of Architecture and Urban Planning. But I will tell you about that in a second. As Roberta Geri said before, I will kind of refer to her speech. These things like that, actually probably nothing in this world, what is valuable doesn't happen, itself, just like that. It needs networking, it needs a moment when some people meet together and starting cooperate, they feel the same flow or something like that. We can call it in different ways, probably. But also, it's important for any initiatives like that, if we want to make them popular and if we want to make them work, actually, they need also institutions that are behind these people. So this coincidence is actually maybe sometimes even pretty rare. It's nothing very common to happen. But Archi, Kultura studies are made postgradual studies, because I must say these are postgradual studies. I will say more details in a couple of minutes. Are a structure constructed of 3/4 institutions, because actually after 3 editions of having 4 institutions brought together, which were the National Institute of Architecture and Urban Planning, which is represented here actually by Kasia Domagalska, you will gonna meet her later on. Then the 2 faculties of architecture, the one from Cracow, which I represent, and one from the other side of Poland. So I'm representing South, and the other faculty of architecture is from North, it's from Gdańsk. So the faculty of Gdańsk University of Technology. And also because, and this is also an interesting coincidence that allowed probably the whole thing happened, was that I'm still working. And I was working those couple of years ago at the University of the National Education Commission, that was named then Pedagogical University. So where I was teaching actually at the studies of spatial planning and management, but this university is originally kind of a school also for teachers. So I had contact with people also engaged in teaching, education and didactics and so on and so forth. So among these then 4, now 3, and I will explain it later on, institutions, we managed to agree kind of, well, we made an agreement, yes, for the purpose of organizing postgraduate studies that are organized, actually, were organized to date at the National, oh my God, University of National Commission of Education, but were supported by people and by tutors, specialists from other universities, but also from other institutions, because as you noticed before, this galaxy of different networks, and the network is pretty large. We basically, going point by point, maybe that will be the easiest way. These studies are interinstitutional, and we can say they are innovative because there are no, to date, to our knowledge, initiative of this formula in Europe at least. Then we made those studies hybrid. That means that they are kind of accessible to many people, not only from big cities, but also from small cities around Poland. There are online courses, lectures, and there are stationary courses and workshops as well, 5 thematic modules. And what's also important information, we get only 30 students maximum per edition. So not much, but we actually think more about quality, not quantity. Then the program that was prepared by also a group of specialists was also approved by council. Special council of specialists also that consisted of architects, pedagogues as well, art historians, specialists on BE practitioners, and so on and so forth. The courses are also led by different specialists from different institutions, not only those that are formally engaged, but also by institutions as museums, cultural institutions, and many, many others. So those studies become finally a platform between, for our students that can meet there, for graduates, and for institutions themselves. We have some resources that we create ourselves for the students, you know, as a bonus to the studies program, but we also cooperate strongly with National Institute of Architect and Urban Planning. That's why we have also access to some extra resources that is actually given by them. The practical effect is knowledge for the graduates. It's knowledge broadening, and our students, we can say, or some call them listeners, if these are postgraduate studies, they end up preparing a final work, which is being prepared by under the guidance of tutors. Well, the aim, of course, is to educate people who will be prepared for spreading the word, yes, on, you know, on the quality and the importance of the quality of environment around us. The studies actually are opened to many different people with different educational and professional backgrounds. So we had, of course, architects, but we had art historians, we had museum workers, teachers, of course. So it's like 1/3 architects, 1/3 different teachers of different backgrounds, different places, and some other people from different, even public institutions, city councils, local communities, activists even, and so on and so forth. Our program, just as I said before, has 5 modules: building culture, methodology, participation, mediation, accessibility, be educator, mediator, and at the end we also have this module of workshops, like hands-on workshops, and then seminars preparing our students to be able to prepare this final work. Just going quickly through the content, just to give you even a brief idea on what's inside those modules. Because, of course, our studies last for 1 year. They have 2 semesters. It's not much. We don't have many hours to, to kind of develop all the subjects. But we give students some elements of basic knowledge, and then we give them a lot of different references and possibility to discuss stuff with specialists, and we give them also support. So that's quickly. But methodology, we work with pedagogues and didactics a lot, so they support us with all the sorts of methodologies and teaching tools and everything. Participation, mediation, accessibility, we talk a lot about, among others, universal design and accessibility as well, but also pro-social design, space for education as well, which is very important. Yes, I'm going through that, so that's it. I thought it's the end, but it's not. Well, maybe later on, if you're going to have any more questions on what's inside, or also what's inside, what are the final works, I will tell you more. These are actually our final galas, which are very great. For the best 8 works of our students are usually awarded. So we finalize our studies with huge, lovely event like that one, for example. Thank you very much. Sorry.